Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about anxiety, how it affects people, how to cope with it, the challenges of it and everything like that. Now the reason why I want to talk to you about it is because knowing what it feels like, it gives me the experience to help other people out there. Like, your family and friends might know you have anxiety, but inside you still sort of feel alone, and it's horrible. Now, if you go to like anxiety groups, it may really help you because you know them people around you still have the same thing as you do. Whereas when you just walk around, out and about, you just think you're the only one that has it, when you don't really know, really, because the person walking beside you might have anxiety. Now, saying having anxiety, everyone gets anxious at times. It's just nervousness, but it's like above the nervousy scale sort of thing anxiety is. It can make you really sick as well. Now, you might have it really mild or you might get it really extreme. It depends what you're anxious about. The more anxious you're going to be, the more higher your anxiety is going to be. Now, when you ever feel like you're getting really like tensed up, really anxious about something, the best bet to do is like to sit down and start like tapping like your fingers, like going like that, and just concentrating on that tapping. Just say in your head, I'm tapping my hand, and keep repeating, saying that. It sounds ridiculous, but seriously, it's very good at like helping people with anxiety, because it's distraction. Now, if you keep distracting yourself all day, every second, it will work, I promise you. But if you distract yourself maybe for an hour, it might not necessarily work. You might just get anxiety again because you're still thinking of like the scary thought or something like that. Anxiety is a bugger. It feels like you can't help it. It feels like OCD in a way, like you've got these intrusive thoughts and you can't help but you can't get rid of them at all. Like, you can't control your thoughts, and as well as being scary, it is very irritating. I mean, if someone could go, your anxiety's gone, you'll be like the happiest person on earth, I'll tell you now, because when I never got anxious before, I never thought of like paying bills or anything like make me a bit stressed. I was absolutely fine, like nothing bothered me at all. I'd wake up every day feeling great and going out and doing things and not being happy but not being worried like I am now at the time. So it feels like my personality's completely changed, my mind's completely changed and everything like that, and it's horrible actually. I can't think of much good things with anxiety. The way I try and look at it positively is to say it's just like a challenge. It's there to test you to see how you cope in scary or very uncomfortable situations. For example, maybe you're starting a new job and you're highly anxious about it. Best thing to do is to say to yourself, look, I'm going to be great at this job and I'm going to impress my staff with my skills. So you want to think positively about that. If you get really anxious, Rescue Remedy helps. It's just made of herbs and you dab it on your tongue or put it in water, or little like Rescue Remedy sweets. It just calms your nerves. No like harsh chemicals, nothing like that chemicals in it, just herbs, okay? It's just meant to relax you a little bit more. So taking that before you start a new job, start driving lessons, anything like that may help you. Can't say it will help you because people are affected differently by different things. You might be on a medication called fluoxetine, it might really help you. Someone else might be on it and it may not help them at all, okay? So things do help people, like people affected by things differently. Okay? I'm trying to think of more. Yeah, if you get really tense muscles on anxiety, because anxiety does make you feel a bit tensed, best bet is to take a hot bath if you're inside, obviously. A lot of people get anxious when they're out and about. But if you just happen to be quite fortunate and you're inside, trying to relax more because you've got to feel comfortable in your own home. If you get anxious in your own home, it's even worse, because you know it's a place you can't relax in. It's horrible. Some people suffer with health anxiety, whereas they like worry about their health a lot, like, oh, I've got a headache, it's probably a brain tumour, I need to go to the hospital quickly to get it checked out. Oh, I've got a pain in my arm, I think I'm having a heart attack. Oh, I've got chest pains, I think it's a heart attack. Now, I don't blame you for thinking like this, because the symptoms are so harsh, it feels like something life-threatening. I can tell you now, anxiety is not life-threatening, it's completely harmful, and there are ways to cope with it. Don't tell yourself there's not, because I can assure you there is help out there. It just takes a long time to be able to like either cure anxiety completely, or maybe just sort of like lower it a bit more. Because with anxiety, we add fuel to the fire big time. We don't think this is going to happen, what if this happens, or this is going to happen, and it makes us really freaked out, okay? And you just want to sort of escape the situation. Well, never avoid situations you're scared of or find most uncomfortable with. Actually face them, because the next time you have to face it, you're going to be more scared, aren't you? So face that situation, as scared as you feel, okay, as sick as you may feel like you're going to collapse. Just do it. It's just anxiety. It's giving you nothing but sensations. Nothing bad is going to happen to you, okay? You might feel like your blood pressure is lowering or something. The truth is, it's probably actually going up more, actually, because we pump blood to our hearts more when we're anxious, okay? If you feel like you can't breathe a lot of anxiety, best bet is to get cardboard like paper bag, like a takeaway bag, breathe into it, because when we get anxious our breathing goes all over the place and we lack oxygen and carbon dioxide, like the balance isn't level. So to regain that carbon dioxide, we breathe into a paper bag, slow deep breaths into that bag, and it should sort of like help regain that carbon dioxide. Now I know with anxiety and panic attacks the symptoms are very scary, like feeling wise. They're not actually life threatening, but they feel it. When you first had your panic attack, you might remember calling the ambulance out. Now that's very common, because most people mistake panic attacks for heart attacks, because they mimic the symptoms big time. My first trigger of anxiety was lying in my bed and was convinced the plane was going to crash, because we live on like an air flight sort of bit, if you know what I mean, and these aeroplanes come really low to our house, and it feels like, because they're so noisy, it feels like they're going to crash on you, and it terrified me. My heart was racing, and it actually led to a full-blown panic attack. Then I called the ambulance out, and the paramedic said, "No, you're absolutely fine, Zoe. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, it's just anxiety. You just got to go in and relax." So the ambulance drivers really helped me, and that was more mild anxiety. Now I get it really extreme. It's horrible. Yeah, I think that's about it, because the video is getting long, so I'm going to go into my next video, because this one's going too long. People would probably get bored of me. So yeah, feel free to message me, inbox me or anything, guys, or comment on my videos below, see if I can sort of help you. Thanks for listening.